everyone, welcome once again to the 24-bit podcast, and today we are recording episode 72 if I'm not wrong, and we're going to talk about a very interesting subject. More on that shortly. As usual, I'm joined by the usual suspects.
Dixon Otieno, techish.com.
And Nick Anali from Tech Trends.
I'm Chenzo Emmanuel. You can find what I write at androidkenya.com. We're talking about Showmax. There's a whole new Showmax. The new Showmax has been coming for about a year now, since NBC Universal and MultiChoice and Sky got into an agreement where those two bought some shares into Showmax, and then we were promised a revamped platform, more content offering, and all of those things. Towards the end of last year, I think in November, Showmax did make an announcement that their sports streaming title was called Showmax Pro was going away, and they'd announce a replacement in due course with the new Showmax. And in February this year, the new Showmax dropped, and which they had announced a month earlier at the start of the year. So here we are. We are at the start of March, so it's been a while now. People have used Showmax. There's all manner of feedback out there. If you check, South African Twitter has been on fire, or is it South African X has been on fire. The same applies to Kenya, and pretty much everywhere people use Showmax. So how has that been? We want to start this conversation with the three of us here, and of course you can pick it up in the comments and everywhere else you interact with this podcast and share on social media. So gentlemen, where are you with Showmax? What's been your experience so far?
Of course, when Showmax announced the revamp, I think we had so much expectations. Considering we had our own reservations and of course some mixed thoughts about even the previous Showmax, right? So when they announced, of course, they are revamping new offerings, we thought, oh, okay, maybe this is really going to be better. Shock on us. Of course, we've seen a lot of these complaints online. I use Showmax myself before. Actually, I used to use Showmax Pro, and the reason I was Showmax Pro is because of the football. So when the new Showmax came, of course, I had subscribed. First things first, I think the interface is just so messed up. I'm not a big fan of the interface. The logo itself, those colors, they're just so off, at least according to me. Then loading issues, payment issues, of course, which we're gonna talk about later on. So a lot of mixed reactions. I'm gonna give it actually a 5 out of 10 if I had to actually rank it, at this particular point.
You're being generous. 5, okay.
I remember we are in March, Cindy. So in March 2023, I got wind of the relaunch. So I wrote MultiChoice and NBC Universal are partnering to relaunch Showmax. Under the new agreement, there will be a Showmax group that's 70% MultiChoice, 30% NBC Universal. This was way early in March 2023. Then in November 2023, we got the first look at the new Showmax. So they shared the new logo, they shared a snippet of the new app. It was a part that they still talked about the partnership and what people can expect. This is the time they announced that Showmax Pro was coming to an end. But then it wasn't clear what Showmax Pro was coming to an end. So when the packages arrived, personally I was shocked because there's still something called Showmax Pro Mobile. So it's only Showmax Pro Desktop which came to an end, not desktop, rather TV. So you can watch Showmax Pro Mobile where you'll access Showmax Pro is what we knew as the football package. So you can watch Showmax Pro on mobile only. You can't watch it on TV, which is a weird decision to make for an app where you're relaunching a platform, relaunching the app, relaunching the logo, relaunching the whole interface, and then you remove a certain feature. The feature that got people paying for Showmax. You remember, football is one of the main reasons people jumped on Showmax. I remember kila mtu mwenye alikuwa anatamani kuweka dish ya DSTV was like, I can just pay 2K for Showmax Pro. I remember at home we paid for Showmax Pro so that people don't walk all the way to go watch TV sijui wapi, because kwetu ukiweka DSTV umejiwaste. Like the hills na nini affect so much with quality. So they announced the new platform is coming, but Showmax Pro is going away. The new platform launches with a new logo. I have no problem with the logo. I have no problem with the interface. I just have a problem with calling it new when the library is the same. The quality hasn't improved. I expected Pickup platform to bring 4K content.
We're not.
If I'm paying you I want to watch 4K because I pay Prime 560 shillings and I watch, like, go watch Lord of the Rings on Prime or play to
or what this Keanu Reeves thing is called, John Wick Chapter 4.
Go watch it on Prime Video for 560 and you see the quality. So I expected that thing because remember Showmax has Game of Thrones, Showmax has House of the Dragon,
basically a lot of HBO
and you want to watch it in crisp quality but you can't. So that's an issue for me with the new platform. I expected better. I've written extensively about when Showmax was for 80, then 720, and now 1080, but not everything is in 1080. Yeah. So my issue is removing Showmax Pro because that was why I was paying for Showmax. My issue is not upgrading quality, library, and not giving more library options. Yeah.
Because actually, there's no way I'm going to pay to watch football on mobile, right?
Yeah. Why would I watch football on my...
No,
like have it on mobile, but what was the reason for removing it on TV? Because I believe at a World Cup to watch Showmax, I think kila mtu. I even bought Apple TV because the LG Showmax wasn't going to 4K when World Cup Showmax was streaming in 4K. You remember? So I bought Apple TV because Apple TV, Android TV were one of some boxes didn't have 4K, but some boxes had 4K. Apple TV had 4K streaming, but here we are, no Showmax Pro.
First things first, are your devices supported, all of them, where you use Showmax? You have the app working? Because the number one complaint that I've seen on social media was I used to have Showmax on my TV or on my streaming box. Now, you know, the old app, you still had it. It didn't magically uninstall it. So it's still there. But when you launch it, it just tells you it's no longer working and redirects you to the new one.
Exactly.
Now, when you try clicking there, you're told doesn't exist. That has been the experience of a lot of people. Has that been your experience?
No, on my platform, I just remember installing Showmax 2.0 and it's running.
So actually, that's natively on your TV?
On the Apple TV box.
The top.
Yes.
That's the only one you've tried?
Yes.
I've tried, like, actually on my tablet.
And on the Mi Box S from Xiaomi. Yeah.
On my Xiaomi, my Mi Pad 6 here, I have the Showmax app. So, in fact, the old logo is still there. But when I launch it, it redirects me now to the new logo.
The redirect works?
Yes, it actually it works, but now I have to sign in afresh to the app. But with the new logo, it's just there. Since I already signed in, just open up and it actually works. On my TV at home, works just fine. Of course, apart from the things we're going to talk about later. But yeah, it launches vizuri. Now when you go to the content, it's where...
Because my experience, the one place I can liken the Showmax rebrand, relaunch, whatever they're calling it, is like when Nation did the rebrand from nation.co.k to
Nation Africa
to nation.africa. You remember a lot of if you had old Nation links, you'd click on them and they'd be broken.
Yeah.
I think that's around the same thing because I use the NVIDIA Shield for streaming, and on the NVIDIA Shield, when you click the old Showmax app, it opens and gives you the same redirect instructions. But when you click on them, it tells you that app doesn't exist. Yet I know the app is on the Play Store. When you go to the Play Store independent now, you can actually download. So I don't know how it is for everyone, but in the case of Android TV, if you've followed the instruction from Showmax and it's not leading you nowhere, you just search directly for it, you'll find the new app. But then that's not for everyone. The app is not available on game consoles. That hasn't changed. You're on Hisense Vida, right? So it's there. And on the LG, it's there. It's on the LG, is there. I think it should be there on the Samsung. Basically, now it's too late since the launch. I think it should be everywhere. They needed to be. That out of the way. You talked about the content library. The number one complaint from everyone has been their watch history. Deleted. Is that your experience?
Yes, the watch history, I can't find it. I remember that being an issue. But then, like, it's just, if I watch something and I pause it, you get, I need to go back and find it to continue.
That is not happening?
That is an issue.
Right now?
Yeah.
That's maybe sijatumia Showmax in a while, but that was an issue for me around Feb.
So that's just last month. So
you play something and you go back to the app, but you have to search for it to find it. I hope it has been fixed, but I don't think so.
My LG content store app got an update yesterday. I haven't launched it since then, but I remember updating it. So maybe Nick,
Trust me, I actually experienced the same problem as late as yesterday. Actually, I watched Njorauba, for example. You know how many seasons Njorauba has? So imagine before this rebrand, I was like almost actually watching the last episodes. I watch every week since
All
an
those
episode.
episodes?
Yes, so an episode comes up every week. So imagine I had to go back from
and manually track
and
where
manual
you are.
track where
Where
I
you
was.
are.
You see, that's
Tofauti yako na mtu wa torrents hakuna, si ndio?
so I think it's still there. Probably still there. They don't store your history. All the previous shows I was watching, I have to go back and actually look for them. And like the search option you're talking about, Dixon, still that a big problem I think Showmax just needs to work on.
Search.
You search for a show. Kupata, you just I don't know. It's a mess.
I don't know how about that, because mi na watching Kenya imetokea hapo. I don't really watch.
No, they are
Other than what's existing on Showmax, what you used to watch and your history, either being there or not there, have you seen new content?
Seriously, to be honest. I paid for
from just scrolling on the homepage, because one of the weaknesses of the old Showmax platform was discovering content was
a problem.
If it's not on the
homepage, finding it
doesn't exist. Search was broken. If you are searching, you need to know what you're looking for. Compare that with Netflix, which has like almost a YouTube like Spotify like algorithm, where you go on the equivalent of their Instagram discover page when you're searching, and there's actually a lot. You even discover stuff when you are there. Nick, have you seen any new content?
I've not seen any new content, but I've seen, of course, some press releases being sent by their PR rep about, for example, a new.
But those shows have already been there. Single Kiasi.
I know, like a new season of Single Kiasi. Something else also noticed is even the previous old shows, we have some seasons missing or some episodes missing, and I found that very strange. I think I even saw those complaints online. People talking about them, like, okay,
what shows?
I can't remember. But I've seen
I am
those
so bad
complaints.
at like shows. Showmax. I pay for Showmax. I paid for Showmax to watch sports. Ilitolewa, so I haven't paid for Showmax in a while. But then I pay for Showmax wakati House of the Dragon was streaming. That's 2022 or 2023.
2022.
So I haven't. There's no incentive for me to pay for Showmax anymore. So sijui kenye kinaendelea Showmax. When they had football, I would pay for Showmax football. Kaa kuna game na watch some of the library that's there.
Interesting. Because one of the things I've responded to on Twitter just before we started recording.
I've seen the tweet.
Somebody is saying, why are they being forced to pay for the mobile entertainment option? The mobile sports option, when all they wanted was entertainment. And then I replied to them, telling them, you should be able to just pay for what you want. Because that's what Showmax communicated to us. But then the person replied and said, not anymore. So how is that?
Let's go to Showmax. Choose your plan. So there's entertainment, there's Premier League, and there's entertainment plus Premier League. They don't explain things well. So entertainment, all devices or mobile, 300 shillings per month. Alafu hapo chini wameongeza and up. Premier League mobile, 500 shillings per month and up. Entertainment plus Premier League, 700 shillings per month and up. Those are the only packages Showmax is listing. So, of course, what do you click on? Entertainment package. You're only there for entertainment. You don't want to watch football on your phone. Okay, select entertainment too heavy. The 300 shillings disappears. It becomes 650 shillings per month, all devices, mobile, 300 shillings. So, wameingiza ndani ya nini. So, it's like telling you, camera 100 alafu ukipea 100 anakuambia nilisema 100 mara mbili.
What they do in town, bao but they mean foot, not straight.
So ukiguza the 300 plan unapata the and up means if you want to watch on all devices it's 650. If you want to watch on mobile only 300 bob, which is a way of marketing, I guess. Then if you select Premier League mobile only, you find Premier League mobile is 500 bob. But then the confusing part ni yenye wanaita best value, entertainment plus Premier League. So when you select,
which is supposed to cost 1,000,
which it's supposed to cost 700. Wameandika 700. but when you select it, mobile is written 500, all devices 650. So I don't know where the 700 comes from. And I think we should screenshot this in case people start saying, oh, you are wrong, so that when are the evidence for this. I remember,
because I'm making reference to the slide deck they sent us. It says entertainment mobile plus Premier League mobile is supposed to be 700. Your own phone, that's what it's supposed to be. And then the all devices that is the 1000 I'm talking about, but then that doesn't
I can't see 1000. So I guess if you have 650, unai select na Premier League, and then
it's all too confusing. Why can't they just have something?
650 plus 500 is 1050, I think. So I guess that's what they mean. Ama una select mobile plus Premier League so that you were 800. I don't know.
But do you know when they also said, I remember that release they sent, they were talking about how subscribers can also bundle the Showmax Premier League package with the entertainment package, and that will cost them 700 shillings.
Yes, mobile plus...
For mobile only access.
Mobile entertainment na mobile Premier League 800 bob. 5 plus 3 is 800.
But imagine paying 700 just to watch on mobile. That's...
I don't know what happened to the idea about... Anyway, to the conversation. So yeah, the pricing breakdown is not very intuitive. Like, I don't understand what's happening where. Because the breakdown is all devices or mobile, all devices plus mobile.
Also very confusing as well.
You say 300, but I have to select something else when choosing. You say 500, but I have to select something else when choosing. You say 700, but hakuna kitu ya 700, it's actually 800. So, yeah.
Maybe let me add something. The idea of Showmax is calling it the Premier League is the world's first standalone Premier League plan for mobile. Actually, based on, if anyone did their research, they will understand how people watch football. People really watch football on mobile devices.
The last time I think I watched football on mobile was World Cup. I was in campus.
The way they were doing when you're on campus, that should be 2014. The Brazil one.
Yes. I think that's the only World Cup we watched on mobile because we were in campus. Safaricom had 50 bob or 100 bob. You watched pass for the day.
I remember there was I just remember watching on mobile the 2018 one. 2018 one was Moscow, Russia. Yeah, because Kwesi, we had that Malaysian thing before.
I remember those.
iFlix. They were all manner of, and Safaricom had a giga bundle. The all manner of things, and Wayaki was under construction. I remember back then, there were 2 matches, one at 4 p.m. another one at 8 p.m. when they were doing the group matches. And the 4 p.m. one will find me on my commute on Wayaki, and they just started the reconstruction of that road, and it was a mess. So maybe I'd get home when they were halftime. So in between, this is how I catch up. But then here's the thing that I was thinking when you guys were arguing, it's only mobile only. I was like, maybe they have data that you don't have.
True. True. Yeah. But talking of data and bias, I am here talking about Showmax with my own biases. And my biases are informed by data around me. And data around me says that we watch football as people who watch football on TV. And most of games, hata AFCON, haukaangi peke yako kwa nyumba hivi kuwatch AFCON.
So imagine mnakaa kwa simu mmeng'ang'ana wote hapo.
From my bias data, people make noise when watching football. People watch football in groups. You pay for Showmax so that you can watch it as a group. Yeah.
Even kitambo, when we used to go watch football kwa this, easy to join in time. We just will gather together in a room. You pay 20 bob, watch it even on a big screen. I mean,
sija experience hiyo,
lakini
niko hapa.
Just to be so much fun.
Kenyan context, and I don't know, because Showmax is Pan-African. I don't know where the Kenyan context gets interplay in Showmax's overall plans when they are planning to roll out something like this, because maybe what we are saying, the data that might be real in South Africa, for instance, maybe Nigeria, I don't know, but it might not be real in Kenya, or it might not be as prevalent in Kenya. I really don't know, because I'd actually, if anyone from Showmax gets to watch this, we'd want to know the thinking around the product, because I've seen
the product was working very well.
Showmax Pros are very easy.
I think it was okay. I opened Showmax, najua na scroll tab ya sports, napata what is it called, recap, yeah, whatever has happened, the small matches, especially after World Cup ama group stages ujawatch kitu ama hata PL au watch the games, ndio then hapo juu live events, what's coming up, athletics, sijui nini. Sai all that is gone. Unaelewa? What's the incentive to give you money? Yes, and they told us to move to DSTV stream, and I moved to DSTV stream for AFCON, and it was the worst experience ever. And I have a message today morning telling me your what is it called is now due. And I'm like, wakati niko na issue, no one is responding to the DSTV
when you
stream
come to
issue.
paying.
But wakati wa payment, the messages are working. Somebody actually called me on Thursday, I'm on Wednesday.
They do that. I blocked their number.
That you know your nini is coming up. Why is it coming up now? Anyway,
But we will come to the DSTV stream thing. If you're a Kenyan and you're listening to this, you're watching this, and you're using Showmax, and you're streaming Premier League games there, we'd want to know. Because right now, I remember one of the things I used to say about Showmax Pro, I just didn't find it working for me. So I went to the conventional DSTV product. But one of the things that they will have done that will have brought me back is we are now paying independently for F1. We've been doing that since F1 TV became available in Kenya. Since 2018? Around there.
No idea.
Yeah.
Not interested in F1.
Yeah. So F1 TV Pro has been in Kenya for a bit
For a
now.
while.
And this year we are paying around 1,000 shillings per month, every 30 days. So, but instead of adding more games, we used to have football. We wanted Champions League. No, we have only the Premier League. So I don't know if it's 2 steps forward, 4 steps backwards, or again, if the data just says people only want Premier League. Because yes, the other leagues are less popular.
Yeah, is my theory.
Yeah.
MultiChoice owned Showmax fully with, I think it was all theirs.
Yeah.
Whoever owns MultiChoice knew Showmax is their product as MultiChoice. Indio. Then here comes a company from the US interested in shareholding. And they're like, we will give you nini, we will do this. Then I think some people, this is just theory, theory time. So some people come in and they're like, we want to invest in this product because you are a big competitor for Netflix. You are a big competitor for Prime Video in your market, and you're fully African. So we will give you this, and we will take this percentage. And we will invest on this, and we'll take this percentage. They agree on 30%, 70% shareholding, amanini. But then I think some people at MultiChoice felt that new platform could be a threat to their existing DSTV platform. Because when they own Showmax, they can put Premier League there. But when they don't own Showmax fully, the new product could compete and shareholding could change in future that could affect DSTV. So I think they inserted a clause that told the new management, because it became Showmax Holding Limited, not MultiChoice Limited amanini, that now the clause that they input removes Premier League streaming from TV, put it mobile only, so that they retain TV streaming on DSTV. That's my thought. It wasn't done because there is any data. It was just done because it's selfish. Let the new platform not outgrow the other platform,
or not self-cannibalize. If you work internally at MultiChoice, that might also be your thinking, because from where I see it, MultiChoice does have lots of rights for sub-Saharan Africa. So it's not
actually
like they have
the only people who have rights for PL.
So I've been thinking maybe it's just their ploy of making sure they don't self-cannibalize, because we are paying much lower fees for Showmax. So if you're getting everything we need there, why would
you need DSTV? Maybe that's their thinking.
But at least from my end, stream has been fine. I actually sent my dish home and I've remained with the apps. The apps have just worked fine on the Shield, on the TV, on the Mi Box. They've worked just fine. I can't reconcile have been the charges. At least that.
I paid for DSTV stream for AFCON.
How much did you pay? Like 9,000?
3,000 and something. The compact whatever. Then after I've paid, ndio naambiwa you're supposed to sijui nini ukue upgraded to what.
Then you pay like
I don't know.
No, they usually have enticing offers.
Let me just tell you, the process of payment is a problem. Not just that, the process of creating an account. Sijui, you have to create a MultiChoice ID. Then you link your ID to your smart card number. Yenye unapewa a digital smart card number. then once you link, you're given a quotation ama ni invoice where you click pay.
Wow.
That's what I went through. Then after imelipa, you're supposed to refresh ndio ianze kuplay. But ikianza kuplay because umelipa kwa desktop, you're obviously not doing this on TV. You have to sign out of the laptop because DSTV stream only allows one device streaming, but you can't sign out on the laptop because you have to use the laptop to sign into the TV.
And you see,
Because, like, I was
let me tell you something.
That's you also
I called Chenze. I was trying to sign up actually for DSTV.
Yeah, actually given
I'm
up.
like, okay, what's happening? So I did sign up. Then when it comes to paying, suddenly my bill I showed to 9,000. I'm like, okay,
and you can't change it.
Yeah, you can't change.
You can't change
you
it.
go back.
Ile bill yenye wamekupea, you can't. There's nowhere you can say change account to this.
You go back, you still can't change. You know what? I used it for 1 month, paid that 9 Gs. Then 1 month,
you're a rich man.
I didn't actually renew my subscription. Then another thing that made me cancel my subscription is the delays in stream. Imefunga huko bana, nasikia kwa celebrate. I'm like,
watu washafunga bao kumbe.
Wacha Twitter majirani wanashangilia nawe bado hujafikiwa.
You know, so I called them like, okay, no, is your internet? I'm like, no, I use a 40 Mbps package in my house. Okay. So that's two things that made me cancel my subscription.
Let me tell you, unafungua DSTV stream app, unaenda kwa sports channels, unapata no channels. Unaenda kwa news, no channels. Recently watched, no channels. So hiyo game imeanza. Unajua wewe una believe game inaanza 4. Hii ilikuwa game gani? Ilikuwa inaanza 8. Ama hii AFCON imeisha, game ilikuwa inaanza sijui saa ngapi.
So
unakuja unafungua
is it 8 and 11?
No channels.
Really?
Una restart TV. No channels. No channels. So uko like, I set this thing up. Nilianza kuwatch game half time.
Wow.
Nilichat na unaenda multi choice website, unaguza chat. Unangoja connecting. Anakuambia I can see your account is okay.
So
and remember, these are problems we didn't have when you were paying for Showmax Pro. You open the app, you play. Kuna lag, yes, but unajua tu
But now Showmax Pro no longer exists. What you have is Showmax in what? Showmax Premier League, and it's only mobile. So you have to go to DSTV Stream, which maybe is the customer journey that they envision. But then unafika DSTV Stream, because I'm here thinking.
And when you're signing for DSTV Stream, kumbuka, they still start promoting Showmax. You can add Showmax to your account. So you're like, anyway.
I'm here thinking you people were having those kinds of challenges. You know, I'm a little privileged. I didn't have those kinds of challenges because I'm a legacy DSTV user.
You know how to
so
maneuver.
I bought a dish and a decoder, and then back then they had DSTV Now, so you could use those credentials to sign into DSTV Now. But I'm just appalled at how bad the user experience is, because why does a DSTV Stream digital subscriber need
all those smart cards?
Need a digital smart card ID. Why? You know, that's a legacy system.
And the smart card is not the only thing you need. You create a multi-choice ID. Then you link your multi-choice ID to the smart card you're given. Then you're supposed to unlink sijui kitu gani, even ndio mtu achata aliniambia, and relink it ndio channel zako ziappear on TV.
Now picture this. Si wana target wanataka watu waende huko. Picture this. Somebody in your home village doing all of that. How is that even?
Tuseme tu tumenunua router. Tumepeleka ushago, si ndio?
Na wako na TV.
Na TV, smart TV. Kwanza sasa kila TV Kenya ni
wanatumia na simu. How are they going to do all of that?
Niambie mtu atengeneze smart card account. Kwanza nakwambia, I am so sure some people went on the journey and gave up.
So many of them.
Some even gave up after paying, because mimi nilifungua channel na hakuna kitu ina show up. Another issue is this. The number of devices you can stream at once.
I know.
I don't understand it, both on Showmax and on DSTV Stream.
They used to be a bit generous, then they've gotten a lot more restrictive recently. We've talked about money. How has been your payments experience paying for Showmax?
I paid Showmax nililipa December, I think. Watched, never bothered.
Yeah, but I saw your post about
you can use I saw people saying you can't use M-Pesa. You can use your M-Pesa USSD from what they gave us. Right now I don't know if it's still working, but what the press release said, which I used to pay, you could use nini. I don't want to pay, but let me try this $650 per month for entertainment only. So once you and now you have to pay either via
Mobile.
I think it's only on the website, but once you go to the website and you select what you want, hapo chini it's written in very tiny text, so people might miss it. Kuna credit na debit at the top, but hapo chini kuna buy a voucher with M-Pesa, Kenya only. So once you click that, it takes you to something called stories.showmax.com, and then it shows you a USSD 375. Yeah, it's no longer pop-up, it's no longer via Play Store manini, it's just star 375.
Yeah, but
So once you enter your PIN and pay for the plan, you'll be given a voucher which you come and you add to your account, which is like adding an extra layer of process. But yeah,
check your phones. I've just sent you something. That's one of the other things. People who actually do want to watch on TV, but they can't. They're stuck on their phones. And also, in addition to restricting to one account, you actually can't cast.
mirror your phone to the
mirror,
nini.
can't
yeah, in fact, I wanted to ask that. Like, if I'm watching football on mobile, assuming I have the package, can I cast?
No, you can't. No, you can't.
No.
Yep. Yeah, so the payment process is a little more complicated. You have to use USSD. You can't. I think it will have cost them nothing. Ama we unaweza explain umewak na USSD to have a pop-up where you enter your number and it pops up and you pay via M-Pesa. But now they have you get a voucher. If that works best for them, then okay.
And did
Then the streaming, so it's payment issues. Paying is not very easy. Streaming is limited to 2 devices, which I think is only 2 devices within what? Watch on 2 screens at the same time. If you pay for entertainment, the $650 per month. Then the casting, if you pay for mobile Premier League, you can't cast to your TV, which is just weird. Alafu nini ingine? Tumesema interface. You can't find your reason to watch.
yes,
actually users coming from the old Showmax. So basically, if you're using Showmax in December, January, and February, we just transition to the new app. There is no continuity of what you're watching. I think it's the number one complaint, at least on my Twitter feed.
I'm reading a tweet here, or is it an X? I'm reading a tweet here from it's a South African. So she's saying this new Showmax is so bad. Did they not finish paying their devs or what? Then another one saying Showmax is so bad. You should need load shedding. Load shedding what? Load shedding schedule to actually watch it. I'm like, so. But I hope Showmax is actually taking this feedback because they have quite a big subscriber base in Africa.
What I've noticed is Showmax has very good original content.
Yeah.
I remember there was Single Kiasi. There was Nairobi something.
Single Kiasi is a good show, yes.
The investigator series.
Oh, yeah.
Yatanya, whatever her name, real name is. So I have watched some of those, both from press screenings and from just YouTube. Let's see YouTube, Twitter going viral with a post, and then you go check it out. And I believe that's where Showmax beats Prime, where Showmax beats Netflix. Like in original African content with African writers na nini.
Yeah, because I think I've also seen
and I would love to watch those, but then I am not, maybe my target, I am not the market for Showmax, where my reason for paying for Showmax will be sports. Then you upsell me the entertainment bit. So you get me for sports, then I get to watch the movies. But now Showmax is more of just pay for the movies because you'll pay for DSTV stream for the TV or whatever.
I've also seen a lot of shows from Namu. I think those investigative pieces.
Investigative series are on Showmax.
There's Last Do.
So I think original.
And there's even one, the Tabo Best documentary. Supposed to premiere in South Africa, and they're even having injections and all that.
I've seen a lot of backlash on that. I've seen actually just now. I've seen people complaining from South Africa.
Last words. Are you going to continue using Showmax? What needs to happen before you continue using Showmax?
Here is the real thing. Nimesema I pay for Showmax mostly for sports. Sindio, wakati kuna games zenye nataka kuwatch. That's gone. But I've also paid for Showmax before when they had, you remember 3 months for sijui 200 bob sijui what for nini. I used to pay for Showmax sana for that. There's a point I paid the whole year because the deal was so good with Safaricom.
A whole year, damn.
Now it was cheap. Sahi hizo deals zimeenda, the new app imekuja, and there's nothing enticing as of now. HBO hawana any new content. House of the Dragon inafaa ku premiere July, I think I'll pay for Showmax then, because we still don't have another option for watching HBO locally. But I would want, by the time HBO inaleta House of the Dragon season 2 Showmax, wakubali to watch to, hata kama si 4K iwe 1080p, lakini HDR iwe support ya HDR ikuje, support ya Dolby Atmos, so that audio na pictures look much better.
Okay. Yeah, of course we use Showmax in my house, of course, because of my wife, but on my own I rarely watch Showmax, but I hope, based on the feedback they're getting, they're going to come up with a different package that is for Premier League, but on TV, not mobile.
I don't think TV is coming
if they could create just a package for that
they at the South Africa launch, they promise they are iterating the product. There will be lots of changes.
So
if they bring Showmax back with Premier League to Showmax Pro, yani ikirudi, and they say 3K, it's still okay. The price they charge on DSTV stream, people don't have to spend 1 hour signing up for multi-choice account, linking smart card numbers, installing apps, and then signing out so that you have the device limit and quality. I'll pay for Showmax, because that's a way easier interface than whatever DSTV is doing.
So I'll continue paying for Showmax, of course, because of the original shows. I've seen them, what's her name, Jennifer, sending us very nice press release about upcoming shows. So of course I'm gonna pay just to watch those original shows. Actually, Showmax also very nice shows from South Africa. You know how big South Africa is in film, so very nice shows. So I'm gonna be paying for that. But just the things you said, a lot of improvements need to be done on, of course, the sluggishness, the interface.
Mimi, if you give me good quality, why have a TV OLED alafu
I know
mtu anapoplay hapo kitu in 480?
Ni kama how our media houses, their YouTube streams with
quality.
But I'll continue paying, and of course I'm hoping to see how they're gonna implement the feedback they're getting from their users, because this complaint is not just in Kenya. It's across. When you scroll through your Twitter timeline, Nigerians are complaining, South Africans are complaining, every other country is complaining about the new Showmax. So I'm hoping they do something about it.
Okay, thank you for listening in.
Well, una closing thoughts on Showmax?
Not too much. Number one, I stopped paying right before the new Showmax launch, because I just knew from my experience with new product launches, I just knew it will be messy. So I decided, let me watch this from afar.
But you have DSTV, so
no.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, my DSTV has become uchumi wa Ruto unaona. Like the rates have become, because they've raised the rates and there's word on the street that
they're continuing
it's crazy. There's no way I'm paying 6,000 for what I used to pay 3,000 bob for just the other day. When I was getting my dish and decoder, DSTV was something I didn't mind paying. And now I mind. It's quite a bit. And also my team isn't doing so well, so there's no incentive. But then I went to Nick's place right after the new app launched, and I saw it crashing on his TV.
I know,
in real time. You will launch the app and it will just not work, and then after 3 attempts now it comes on. So I'm okay, let me wait out these complaints, all of them. I'm pretty sure there are many people who are like me, who are watching from the sidelines. Let me wait out all of it. Actually made sure to finish all pending shows before, because I just had an idea after the experience we had with Loop last year.
Another thing Showmax should think about very well is payments. If you're forcing people to use USSD, have reminders of payments, because Showmax in expire, umelipa na USSD, your voucher umenini, but there is nothing.
May prefer paying via card. That is still fine.
Yeah, but you're paying via card in a country where you're charged forex
charge.
Anyway, so
until they charging us in shillings though, even by card, because I thought that should be a
that's another episode where we will talk about.
That should be a problem with Safaricom's global pay only. For the rest of us with other cards should be fine.
So if you want to keep users paying for something, give them easier payment methods where the recurrent payment works, or allow people to pay for many months in advance and get deals of overpayment because you're taking the cash and they won't probably watch it because it's limiting only watch on 2 devices.
I mean, this money we are willing to give you just willingly, like ile chukua pesa because you love it.
So quality payment na library.
So me, I'm a big fan of Peacock. And I want to see how that Peacock influence cascades to the experience you have locally. Because my number one complaint with Showmax over the years has been their search has been so horrible. Showmax had this Kipchoge documentary for years. And people didn't know about it. Then that thing came on Netflix and everyone was like, oh, have you seen the Kipchoge documentary on Netflix? I'm like, dude, it's been there for 3 years on Showmax. What are you saying? So the discoverability of content on Showmax has been a problem, and I'm hoping Peacock helps with that, because the hope for Peacock was, number one, their streaming platform could get better. Peacock has been live streaming in the US for a while, and it's been nice. Live stream, if you know, Showmax supported news. So if you'd watch news or something, it wasn't that intuitive, it wasn't that nice. So my hopes were, number one, discoverability of content on Showmax gets better, because they have all these nice things. If you have kids, there's a lot of Nickelodeon content that is
on
nice.
Showmax.
Yes. See, but you just can't find it. And when
because
you search,
every parent I know when you're gonna a toddler pays for Netflix so that we'll watch those
Showmax has that
kids,
content.
not Netflix kids na nini,
So they just I'm hoping Peacock helps them with that. But first things first, all these teething issues need to be addressed, and number two, that they can consider having a proper sports package. Until then, I'm happy to stay away.
Or even relaunch an app just for sports.
On the other hand, I'm not feeling the colors, but those are my opinions.
See, I
have no problems with the colors.
Because I don't know what was wrong with the previous one for us to get all of these. I think maybe it's the direction apps are taking, because yesterday on my TV I got 2 updates, one for Apple Music, the other one for Showmax. Those apps look almost the same. So maybe they wanted to be in that color, like the way social media apps back in the day were all blue. So I have no idea. I have personal opinions on those. I'll keep them too.
Loop relaunch with an all. Is it orange?
It's all weird. Anyway, thank you for watching and listening in. We're interested in taking this discussion further, so it pops up on your Twitter feed. You can tell us what you think about Showmax, what you think about this podcast. And if you've noticed something, we are all using a phone that looks similar. So our next episode is on this phone. Tune in. Thank you.